My bad, I'm watching you. Fine, fam. You're fine. Alrighty. Bohica up first versus Youngadin. We got a Windwalker versus a Paladin, forcing out the Unbreakable Will with an incap, going in for big burst with Touch of Death. Might actually force a bubble right here. Fist of Fury to follow right afterwards, dropping Young very, very low, forcing out Eye for an Eye, and he's going for Crusade. Bohica gets away from it by Port. Youngadin recovering. Bob got forced out, so at least that was a defensive getting forced out. So Bohica is ahead of that. Does get a port against the Youngadin. Youngadin is going for Flash of Lights back to back. Does have a Shield of Vengeance ahead of time, so it's a very good Shield of Vengeance. Bohica does hit a wall for it right before it, though. No wings available. No Eye for an Eye available. Actually, Crusade is available for a few seconds, but that's down now. Bohica get himself a nice fat heal out of it. Gonna roll back. Youngadin is out in the open. Both of them going for Effuses and Flash of Lights. Bohica is going to take a bit of time to Effuse. For Youngadin, it's a few Flash of Lights, and he's good to go. So that's going to be really down to defenses and offensives now. It's all about playing up the play. So that's a bop available. I got him out of Young, so all he needs to do is get Bubble, and Bohica will have him. But for Young, that's a lot of self-heals while Dampen is not that high. That's a lot of damage he's got going on with Crusade if he can get it to ramp up. So we're going to see where it goes. Incap coming out onto Young, just trying to keep him at bay. Bohica's waiting out for some cooldowns. Wants to find a way to approach Young. Is that going to be a Hodge available? Does go for a... goes for a leg sweep into a Serenity, into a Fist of Fury right afterwards onto Young. That's going to be a lot of damage. Does Young have anything? Eye for an Eye is coming out. Artifact Weapon gets thrown out of Bohica, who does get a port out of it. Young does try to go for some self-heals, and Bohica gets back in there. Gets right back in there. Hodge coming out. It's going to be tricky out of Bohica. That's a Karma coming out by the Paladin, the Young Paladin. Is he going to bubble it early? Is he going to get bubble force? So that's a really good way for Bohica to play up defensive, now rolling away as that Karma breaks. For Youngadin, this is the last thing he got left, though, is Flash of Lights going up with bubble. For Bohica, he's getting cooldowns little by little. So for Young, he's going to have his own Unbreakable Will coming up in a little bit. Trinket is not going to be down, not going to be available for about 30 more seconds. So Young might have a chance here, but it looks like Bohica is stripping him up of all the cooldowns, all offensives, all defensives, little by little. We'll see where it goes in the future, though. There's going to be a Trinket coming up for Youngadin very, very soon, though. So we'll be able to get that opener onto Bohica. Bohica's waiting out for cooldowns, too. Judgment gets thrown in his direction, that's all. Just healing over it. It looks like Bohica is going to play the strat where the monks are just kind of AFKing until they get their cooldowns available. Does get an incap on the Paladin, and Dragon kicks away from the Pala, just waiting for him to kind of come around the corner. Is going to get a stun lock with Serenity available. No Trinket available for Paladin now. Going to go for Fist of Fury right afterwards. Is going to drop Youngadin kind of low with Touch of Death available. Does have Shield of Vengeance available. Crusade is out right now. Bohica does pre-wall a lot of this damage. Youngadin is out there. Cannot stack up his Crusade past whatever it has. Now he's able to stack it a little bit. Hodge come out into Bohica, but he does have wall. Youngadin still is able to rip damage into him right now. Does go for a silence right afterwards. Bohica is staying in there, hanging in with the Fist of Fury. Wants to end Youngadin right now. Both of the health so low. Young to go, and Bohica does take him out. Does take out Young in the last few seconds. Going for massive fuses back to back as Sandoro is going up next. He's going up. And yeah, but I saw your message. Young was second. Yeah, 1 second, but it won for no reason. Oh, that's fine then. That's fine. Yeah, Young just wanted to get out there, man. Young want to get out. That's Karma available for Bohica going up against Sandoro. Trying to get that Karma to transfer over. That's going to be AMS and Corpse Shield available for Sandoro. Just defensive up completely. Wants to keep his pet too as well. The pet might go down. That is Apocalypse coming out onto Bohica by Sand. He's got his Army of the Dead chasing after Bohica. We'll see where he goes. Leaping around. Bohica just trying to LOS it as much as possible. Is forced to engage a little bit, and as soon as he tabs the Death Knight, the Undeads are leaping after him. Needs to set up his defenses, needs to bunker down, needs to get some healing while Sandoro has full health, even dropping a Death and Decay back there. Bohica does get a port for himself, just trying to stay in there, staying alive. Short incap coming out at 1 million health. Can he recover? Can he sustain himself? The Crypt Catcher pet barely has any health, but he could take it out very quickly. But all those dots, and that's actually a good check of healing coming out. Bohica out of nowhere. Serenity coming out into an IBF by Sandoro. Sandoro wants to end it right now. 45 Brew is available for Bohica, though. Going to get a little bit extra health, a little bit damage reduction. So we'll see where it goes from there. Incap coming on to Sandoro again. And Bo is on the other side of the pillar, healing back up again. For Sandoro, he just needs to let the Creeping Death happen. But Bo is able to recover little by little, and he's actually making sure to dispel himself off of all dots as much as possible. It looks like Sandoro is going to be summoning more zombies at him. I think that's actually a... I don't think it's his artifact weapon. That's just a talent that he's running with zombies that run into Bo. That's actually very interesting. It gets us down into Bo. Karma coming out. Can Sandoro do anything about it? AMS is available. That is going to be a big old Touch of Death out of Bo. Bo is trying to get the damage out, but Sandoro is the one that's kiting him now. Bo didn't get too much healing back out of it. Is going to get Sandoro into a stun, though. Can Sandoro heal, though? Does get a Corp Shield available into a short stun, but Fist of Fury bow is dropping lower and lower. Artifact Weapon does nail him down, and down he goes. Next up is Ionas, wants to take down Sandoral. Smite, you demon! Chastise you away. Retribution Paladin versus a Death Knight does put up a bop on himself ahead of time just to make sure he doesn't die here. I guess willing to sacrifice defenses just to get a win, and stunned all the undeads by Sandoral, but going up against Caledorian up next. Ionas versus Caledorian. That's Survival Hunter running around, dropping dots, dropping grenades. Ionas trying to catch up. It looks like both of them are lagging a little bit. That is going to be a route onto Ionas. Caledorian trying to get away is slowed a little bit by Hand of Hindrance. That is going to be a burst coming out of Caledorian though. Wants to take out Ionas. Ionas doesn't have too many cooldowns available. Does have Silk Crusade rolling for him for a little bit. Bubble comes out. I don't know if it was a force bubble or he used himself. That is going to be feigned death by Caledorian. Ionas going for heals as much as possible. That is dampening at about 7%. So for Caledorian, he's just going to go back to the strats. Oh no! He picked up! Oh no! He went with Camouflage, and Ionas is looking for him. Might want to pick up the eyes. Not going to be able to because Caledorian is going to open back up on him. Caledorian basically fully healed up, almost fully healed up. Ionas still can hang in there. That is going to be Shield of Vengeance that smacks Caledorian in the face. Trinkets out of that hodge, forced to walk into the trap, but Ionas is still hanging in there. No defenses available. Trying to go for a Flash of Light. I think might have actually got kicked on it. Tried to end him, do as much damage as he can. Can't really quite do it. Karate is going up next versus Caledorian. Trying to go for many bandages. No Trinket available for Caledorian for a while. Trying to do what he can. Goes into a turtle shell. And does get a slow onto Karate. He is forcing Karate to walk through a bunch of the traps. Wall coming out for Karate. That is going to be a freezing trap though, but it is a breakable freezing trap, so it's not going to keep Karate there for long. Does have the Pet Zuwen to keep on Caledorian for as much as possible. Caledorian is trying to survive this, but it looks like in the stun lock combo he might just go down. Karate is just trying to end them. This Caledorian guy doesn't die, and he almost continued to live for too long. Rexxar, another Holy Death Knight, catching up to Caledorian. Karate at this point. Both of them have the name starting on K. Okay, I'm bad with names in the first place. Karate still has the one pet, nipping at Rexxar's toes a little bit. Karate trying to catch a few heals, and he's going to need to roll way away from Rexxar, but not before Rexxar sends him with a death coil. We are going to get a port, and running into the enemy room for Karate. OP Sap trying to give him some room right now. Rexxar getting ink out, and Karate looks like he's going to go for some damage. Serenity Fist of Fury coming out. That's going to force an IBF out of Rexxar. That's a big cooldown coming out. Karate trying to heal while he has Serenity, and Dragon kicking away all the way back to his room. The Warlock on our team is also trying to give him as much space as humanly possible. Ink cap coming out, but that Gargoyle is going to be hitting from above. Karate is going to be taking a bit of damage. Necrotic Wound is going to be stacking up on him, but that Karma is going to reflect a lot of damage back to Rexxar. Rexxar has AMS rolling for him, anti-magic zone as well. Not just shield, but also the zone to Fist of Fury, but Karate is still taking a bit of chunky damage. Chi Burst coming out right afterwards. Into so much damage, dropping Rexxar under 500k, trying to Wraith Walk out of there. But is Karate going to let him? Karate is going to let him. Going to Dragon Kick right back into it. Ink cap into maybe a couple of kicks. Does take him out. OP Sap is up next. Karate hopefully understands that that's going to be OP Sap next. Does he have anything though? That is the main question. Cooldowns, defensives, anything does get sapped up. As he tried to port, did he actually get the port off? No, he did port like nearby, so he ported like two feet away. Cheap shot opener by Karate into an ink cap by cheap shot opener by OP Sap, ink cap by Karate into a wall onto the kidney. Trinkets that kidney, continues to do damage back into OP Sap. OP Sap has evasion available, so Karate is trying to get away from it. Shadow Step comes in, but Dragon kicks away to safety. OP Sap is chasing after him with sprint. We're going to see if Karate can get out of it at all. I think he tried to get some damage or slows out onto OP Sap. Still have evasion for a little bit longer. Karate is hanging out barely at under 500k health, trying to keep the Rogue in combat. 600k health, 700k health. The Rogue is coming back right here, and it might actually be able to end it. That is going to be a stun by Karate, but it's going to be tricked out of the Rogue Shadow Step, and Karate is going to be taken out. And that's going to be the Warlock taking the opportunity right now to root into a fear, into a Cloak of Shadows by OP Sap. OP Sap doesn't want to be taken out by Warlock just yet. Wall coming out by B. Jones. Getting up a second pet is going to be a charm available into a fat Chaos Bolt coming out right at him into an Immolate. Tried to knock him out of Smoke Bomb for a second. Didn't get it down on him fast enough. So that Rogue is going to be able to catch the full re-stealth. B. Jones might have to, Bones, I guess? Might have, Bones, I guess. Bones. It's like a French Bones. It's not a bone, it's a Bion. Sap coming in onto Bjones. Gonna wait for the Rogue OP Sap. Demonic Circle. Ooh, no. That means there's no. There's not gonna be a Death Coil. That is gonna be a full kidney and a Sap on the pet, so the pet can't CC the opener. OP Sap going in for as much damage as possible. Shadow Dance available. Bjones actually took so much damage right now, and I'm gonna wait with OP Sap, man. I want to get a full duel, man. If he goes into stealth and then comes out to show me that it's full health. Alright, cool. Yeah, he'll be able to health up when he stealths up anyway. He's gonna pick up the eyes before me. Picked up the eyes. This is here though. Oh. Yeah, I just want to go ham, dude. Just want to go ham bone. I think he's down, dude. I think he's dead. If I'm dead here, I'll be surprised, honestly. Yeah, he's done, dude. He's done-ski. You done, son? I got this full bleed opener, dude. Full bleed opener, but you also didn't have that many cooldowns. So it's all good. You played really well, OP Sap. I picked up the eyes, though. You probably should have picked up when you picked up your eyes, man. I mean, I was gonna do it anyway. You have to pick up the eyes, man. You just can't not pick up the eyes. Here we go, boys.